What's up, guys? Jesse back to my channel. Time to be doing a review for Aew Dynamite. So let's get to it then with the first match, T-Best Championship. Mercedes Monet, who is the champion, versus Hikaru Shida. So let's go into it then with the first match. The Dapper Yapper Justin Roberts is showing the ring. He begins the formal ring introductions for our opening contest, which is one of two championship bouts scheduled for tonight. The TBS champion Mercedes Monet is introduced and makes her way out, accompanied by Camille. Man, she was hot tonight. Mercedes Monet. Anyways, a confident CEO sells in the ring with the brick house by her side and raises her TBS championship high in the air. The theme for her opponent hits. Out comes former AEW Women's World Champion with her sights set on earning her way into the AEW All In 2024 pay-per-view at Wembley Stadium. Monet and Sheeta lock up at the bell. Monet breaks free and Peace faces Sheeta. Fans chant Sheeta, Sheeta as she backs Monet into the ropes and gives her a clean break. Sheeta hits a big move and looks to follow up, charging at Monet in the corner, but the CEO moves and gets Sheeta in a crossface on the mat. Alright. Sheeta hits a series of strikes and connects with the Hurricanrana that brings Monet down to the mat. She climbs up on Monet and does the 10 punch spot on her in the corner. Cheetah takes Monet down with the side suplex into a corner for a count of two. Monet crawls through the ropes for a word with Camille, and then grabs Cheetah in the ropes and slams her face first into the top turnbuckle. Cheetah fights back, but then Camille trips her from ringside. Sheeta fights back with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker to Monet. The Japanese veteran hits Monet over the ring apron under the bottom rope and heads on out to the floor. She backs up and gets ready to run, but Camille stands in front of Monet to protect her. While distracted with that, Monet hits a big running Meteora of the ring apron to Sheeta on the floor. Alright. On the ropes, Monet knocks Sheeta down and connects with another Meteora. This time in the ring, she immediately follows up with a cover, but only gets count two. Fans break out in a dueling "Let's Go Sheeta" and CEO chants. Monet hits a Three Amigos series of suplexes on Sheeta, who blocks the final one and counters with a Falcon Arrow for a 2 count. Sheeta looks for her finisher, but Camille pulls Monet out to the floor to save her. Sheeta hits Camille with a dropkick blast, her with the kendo stick. Jones, as Taz calls it gotta love Taz. Camille decks Sheeta from behind as Monet had the referee tied up in the ring. Monet immediately follows up by dragging a lifeless Sheeta into the ring, connecting with her Monet Maker finisher for the pinfall victory. With the win, Monet retains her TBS title and moves onto the Britt Baker match at All In. Come on, winner and still TBS champion Mercedes Monet. Alright, after the match, Camille and Monet are celebrating the ring when the familiar sounds of Dr. Britt Baker DMD theme hits. Camille exits the ring and heads up to her to meet her, but Baker never comes out. She thinks she sees her in a mask in the crowd, so she yanks her over the barricade and stomps her out. Only to realize it's not her, Baker emerges through the crowd on the other side of the ring and slides into the ring behind Monet, who is holding a kendo stick and waiting for her. Baker beats her down and looks to put her in her lock jaw finisher, but Camille yanks Monet out to save her. The two, come on, the two stare each other down while Baker poses with the TBS towel, which Monet left in the ring while fleeing the scene. All right. So next match coming up is Hangman Page versus Jay Lethal. We see footage from last week's AEW Dynamite, which featured Hangman Page brawling with Jeff Jarrett and his crew. Back live, Renee Paquette interviews Jay Lethal ahead of his upcoming schedule bout against Hangman. As they talk, Hangman hits the scene. The ambush attacks Lethal. He beats Lethal into the arena and brawls with him to the ring as fans chant, "Cowboy shit, cowboy shit." Taz points out on commentary that Heyman is from Virginia, where the show is located tonight in Norfolk. The ref calls for the bell when they enter the ring, and the match starts hot. It says the match starts out on there. I mean, all right. Lethal immediately starts fighting back. He knocks Heyman out to the floor and hits several top suicide dives through the ropes to shift the offensive momentum in his favor. Heyman fights back, connecting with a dead eye on the hard part of the ring. On the floor, Heyman bounces Lethal into the steps over the barricade. Excuse me. When we return from break, we see the action has resumed inside the ring, and Heyman Page is again in a clear-cut offensive lead. Heyman hits a vicious Death Valley driver for a close 2 count. Heyman's bottom lip is bleeding, prompting the commentators to question if he is having flashbacks of his violent Texas death match against reigning AEW World Champion Strickland. Meanwhile, Lethal takes over on offense and tries over and over again with various rollouts, only to get 2. Alright, Page goes for a dead eye, but Lethal avoids it and counters with a figure 4 leg. Long Heyman gouges Lethal's eyes to escape and decks him before positioning himself for the buckshot lariat. The camera shows a tight close-up of Heyman with the Psycho Peepers as he stalks Lethal for the buckshot lariat. He hits it and gets the win. So winner is Heyman Page. Alright, we have a video package stuff. Footage is shown of MJF successfully defending his AEW American Championship against Michael Alku at Ref Pro Summer Sizzler. And trying to hit the Tiger Driver 91 on his fiance after the match until Will Ospreay ran out to make the save. Alright. The commentators promote their showdown for the title at All In, and elaborate video package airs to promote the highly anticipated title sale at Wembley Stadium on August 25th. After a segment, we learned that MJF and Will Ospreay will go face to face on next week's All In Go Home Dynamite. Alright, we have a backstage promo segment thing here. Alright, when we return, the Bastard Pack is featured in a backstage promo segment. He announces that on September 7th, he will be challenging for the AEW American and National Championship at All Out against the winner of MJF vs. Will Ospreay from All In. So September 7th will be on Saturday. So, yeah, because of football and stuff. Alright, we shoot to a promo segment from Darby Allin, who is still wearing his super fluffy pink coat. Yeah, that one. He talks about Jack Perry being a spoiled friend of the Young Bucks who got his job because of who his friends are. He says he's going to end things between them all at All In. Back inside the arena, his team comes for scheduled action. Well, it was supposed to be a match, only to be attacked from behind by the scapegoat himself. Perry drags Darby to the back and shuts a garage door on him. We head to another commercial after we return. A few segments later, the commentators inform us that before this break, a coffin match challenge was issued for All In. Tony Khan has made it official. Alright, we have another video package. A film by the glamour Mariah May airs when she burns photos of Thomas Tony Storm and talks about how Storm will obsess over her forever. On the other hand, her time is now, and maybe one day she'll look out the window and wonder whatever happened to that Tony Storm. She says they're both gonna die. She'll just get to write the eulogy after this wraps up. Renee Paquette talks with Stardom's Mina Shirakawa backstage. Mina is in her serious voice this week. She says she hasn't spoken to Mariah May since her changes and just hopes no one gets hurt at All In. Alright, come on. Alright, next match coming up, AEW All In Casino Gauntlet, number 1 spot match, Orange Cassidy versus Roger Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly. Inside the arena, Orange Cassidy, Roger Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly each make their respective ring entrances for our next match of the evening, a triple threat match to determine who gets the number 1 spot for the Casino Gauntlet schedule for AEW All In 2024. After the bell sounds to get things started, we see some fast-paced back and forth action with all 3 going at it. Things quickly end up on the floor after Cassidy hits a couple of high spots that pops the Norfolk crowd. We head into a mid-match commercial break as the action continues. Alright. When we return, we see Strong in the offensive driver's seat, controlling the action in the ring when O'Reilly starts to slow him down, and Cassidy starts fighting back in the lead. The Undisputed Kingdom duo of Matt Taven and Mike Bennett run out with a steel chair. The chair gets set up in the ring, but before they can use it, Mark Briscoe and Tomohiro Ishii from the conglomeration run out to make the save. After order is restored, Cassidy sails into the offensive lead, following a quick comedy spot as he takes a seat in the chair, entered into the mix moments ago. On that note, we should gears into second mid-match commercial break. As this high-stakes 3-way bout continues, when we return, we see Cassidy nearly win a few times until Strong and O'Reilly hit a double-team spot on him, with O'Reilly unaware he was sweeping the legs of his conglomeration pal. Cassie rolls up Alright, while he's setting up the armbar on Strong, Cassie gets the win and the number one contender spot in the Casino Gauntlet at AEW All In. Winner of that match earns a shot at the AEW World Championship. So winner is Orange Cassidy. Alright, backstage segment thing. Backstage, Renee Paquette moderates a face-to-face between Claudio Castagnoli of the Blackpool Combat Club and AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada of the Elite. Castagnoli gives a serious promo about the significance of the title and the match, only for Okada to mock him in response. Okada closes with a Okada closes with "Good luck, bitch," and walks off. Casanova tells Paquette he hope he doesn't lose to this clown version of Okada, who is only interested in making his friends laugh. He hopes the Rainmaker shows up next week and Cardiff, and he kicks his ass and takes the AEW Continental Championship. After this wraps up, we head to another commercial break. Alright, promo segment thing coming up with Hook and stuff, but backstage first. Backstage, Renee Paquette is with Christian Cage and the Patriarchy. He claims he called the Bang Bang Gang versus the House of Black right down the middle on AW Collision last week. Neither team could answer the 10 count, and that's on them. He says he will hold every title in AW at the same time. He This is fucked up right here. He tells Paquette he doesn't like her tone and makes her leave. He brings up Nick Wayne's match against fatherless loser Kip Sabian on AW Rampage. When that wraps up, Troy Giovanni is in the ring and he introduced the cold-hearted, handsome devil Hook. He gives him the Sting treatment. It's Hook. Yeah, he comes out with his eye patched up. He talks in old-school Taz fashion, right in the camera while gritting his teeth and telling Jericho he left him one eye. That's a problem for him. He wants to fight him here tonight for the FTW title. Chris Jericho comes out with the rest of the learning tree at the top of the stage. Hi guys, hi Hook, Jericho says. Next week in Cardiff, he faces the Redwood. Big Bill says he's gonna beat Hook down and shove him straight up Taz's ass. Brian Keane yells straight up his ass. Alright, Jericho, if he can get past that, he'll see him at Wembley for a FTW title match, but it will be his last one ever. Hook says he's looking forward to dumping Big Bitch on his head and tearing Jericho limb from limb. He tells Jericho after Wembley he'll never, ever be the same again. That's not familiar. We head to another commercial break. Yeah, we don't know. Alright, next match coming up is AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Young Bucks, who are the champions, versus the Acclaim. When we return, we immediately hear the familiar sounds of the theme song for the Young Bucks. Out comes Nicholas and Matthew Jackson to a long drawn out ring introduction by the Dapper Yabber Justin Roberts. The Elite Duo and AEW EVPs head to the ring for the latest defense of the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Alright, as they are slowly coming down the entrance stage, they are ambushed from behind and attacked by the Acclaimed duo of Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. When Bowens and Matthew Jackson settle inside the ring after a few minutes of brawling around the ring area, the bell sounds to officially start the match. Daddy ass Billy Gunn shows up at Bowens, settles into the early offensive lead in the ring. He tags in Caster, and the two hit a double back elbow to Matthew before a double hip toss sends Nicholas sailing over the ropes, where he crashes and burns down below on the floor at ringside. Nicholas finally tags in, and after some double team spots from the challenge, we shift gears into a mid-match commercial break. As the action continues, when we return, we see the Acclaim back in the lead, but when they play with the crowd too long during the double team scissor me timbers spot off the ropes, the Young Bucks take back over. Alright, the referee catches Daddy Ass Billy Gunn backing down Nicholas Jackson with a steel chair at ringside, so he ejects him from ringside. The fans boo as he is forced to the back as Matthew Jackson works over Caster in the ring. Jackson sees a Dung Bucks sign with a poo emoji and tears it up. Now he's way to another mid-match break. Alright. As we settle back in from the second mid-match break advertising timeout, we see the Young Bucks in control of the action. They pump up their Young Bucks pump up sneakers and go for a super kick party, but the Acclaim avoid it. As the action continues, FTR runs out and end up getting involved, attacking the Bucks and forcing the referee to throw the match out. Excuse me, I'm sorry. FTW and the Acclaimed get in each other's faces. Daddy Ass Bacon and several officials run to the scene. to keep things from escalating. Meanwhile, the Young Bucks looking very content walk off as Justin Roberts announces them the winners via disqualification Saturday on Collision. It will be the Acclaim versus FTR, with the winners challenging the Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Championships at All In. So winners and via disqualification, and still AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks. Alright, main event time coming up. Swerve Strickland versus Will Yuta. Main event time. But first, we'll see a Bryan Danielson career celebration video with the Time of Your Life song by Green Day. Man, that's a good song. Playing in the background, the video hypes the legendary career of the American Dragon and his upcoming AEW World Championship versus career match against Swerve Strickland at All In. When the package wraps up, the All-In main event graphic flashes on the screen. Bryan Danielson is shown in a cameo appearance in the front row as the fans in Norfolk give him a big pop. The theme for Real Yuta hits, and out comes the fellow BCC member and friend of the American Dragon, Will Yuta. The catchy ass entrance tune for the rain. Swerve Strickland. Swerve looks at all business with his eyes locked on Yuta in the ring as he walks with the swagger of the top dog in AEW as he makes his way to the ring. Alright. Yuta tries come on. Yuta tries charging across the ring at the sound of the bell in an attempt to catch Swerve off guard as Swerve was grilling Danielson in the front row. Unfortunately for Yuta, the champ saw him coming and met him with a big shot. The action spells out to the floor where Swerve mauls Yuta right in front of Danielson, taunting him all the while. 22 volume informs us of the obvious on commentary, which is that this show is going along into an unadvertised commercial-free overrun. Swerve is still a healthy offensive lead, starting around the ring as Danielson is shown shouting words of encouragement to Yuta from the front row. Swerve locks Yuta in a punishing submission on the mat as this very one-sided main event continues in the champion's favor. Yuta finally breaks free and gets in his first real offense of the mat, holding onto the hands of Swerve as he stomps away at him, Bryan Danielson style. Alright, Yuta knocks Swerve out to the floor and speeds up for his 1 minute to shine in the offensive spotlight, hitting in a big dive to the floor. Back in the ring, he goes for another move, but Swerve avoids it and counters with Danielson's own label lock. Yuta escapes and counters into a standing ankle lock. Swerve escapes. Swerve goes for a rock bottom esque move, but Yuta counters and gets Swerve to mat where he elbows the puss out of him in John Moxley fashion. He grabs Swerve's arms from behind and then hits a German suplex. He hangs on and rolls for another, but Swerve elbows his way free. Yuta blasts Swerve with a big shot, but Swerve no-sells it, reacting with the psycho smile as he glares at the BCC member. They finally, wherever the AEW World Champion begins to take over from there. He hits a house call, and another Danielson is shown looking nervous, like Rocky Balboa watching Ivan Dragon kill Apollo Creed in Rocky 4. All right. Swerve hits house call on Yuta, then holds Yuta's hands and stomps the hell out of him before dropping down and doing a deep swing, ground and pound to the lifeless BCC member. Durfee has no choice but to call for the bell. As Swerve continues pummeling a lifeless Yuta, Danielson hops the barricade and hits the ring to run Swerve off. Swerve gets on the mic and tells Danielson that's just an example of what he's going to do to him at all. And he has, if Bryan is going to bring his family, he says, right where Danielson just sat and watched him mutilate Yuta, his daughter will watch him decimate, here you go, decimate him at All In and force him to retire when he cripples him. He drops the mic and his theme hits. Danielson heads back to check on Yuta, who is still alive as he does. Swerve runs back to the ring and blasts Danielson in the back in the back of the head with a house call. Swerve mocks Danielson's finger raising yes chant as this week goes all their own stuff. So yeah, good show tonight stuff, but man, that main event, holy shit. But yeah, it was kind of a good show tonight and stuff, but whatever, WWE does a good job, has been doing a good job lately on stuff. So Anyways, that was the first video. Hope you like it or not, whatever. But so let you know, leave a comment, hit that bell button, leave a comment and stuff, and like, subscribe, and all that. But anyways, you guys really want to come out and care what you guys do. That was it, and see you guys in next video for WWE Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. Laters.